Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers. Hopefully that's focusing so you can read that if you'd like to. It's a deck from 1989, so there's the information, there's the artist. I don't even know if it's sold anymore, but there you go. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. What's that word? Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Couldn't read it on the... Got a small little viewfinder and I just could not make it out. I've read it 50,000 times, but you know. Alright. Taurus. What do you got down here? Okay, I like this so far. What do we got for you? Let's get the tarot cards out here. Well, that's a curious connection. Let's see where this is going. Okay. I already get where that's going. Okay. Not seeing anything bad, so that's good. That's good. Starting off, you got the Four of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. The Four of Swords is usually like taking a break or things just kind of... Sometimes it's a healing card. I'm getting kind of like a recreational feel, actually, from the Four of Swords at the moment. And I also see like this recreational feel, but at the same time, you're getting work done. So it's almost kind of like, you know... It reminds me of like when I would work at this corporation I worked at. And once in a while, we'd have these day-long food days. Like it's not the most healthiest option, I give you that. But like from the time we got there to the time we left, there'd be food out all day. We'd be everybody would bring something and share it throughout the day. A lot of food. But we would also be working and getting a lot of stuff done at the same time. I think that's one of the reasons they allowed it every once in a while, because we'd still get things done. As long as it wasn't too frequent. And this is kind of what this is making me feel like. Like you're doing a lot of enjoyable things, but you're getting work done at the same time. It's almost like having a backyard picnic, but also like, you know, digging out a spot for a garage and putting up a garage at the same time. It's like you're getting stuff done, you're doing stuff. It's like throughout the day, the whole thing gets done, but you're also like having food and enjoying company and relaxing and having some of this and maybe playing a couple games here and there every now and then. And it seems to be like work and play just seems to be melding back and forth here. That's very cool. I like it when Taurus is very, very prosperous and enjoying it at the same time, but not just themselves, but the people around them are also enjoying it. That's really cool. I like it when that kind of happens. I'm also getting on your side the Prosperity with the Goddess card. Literally, like things are getting done, but you're having fun while things are getting done. Like it's like legitimate fun. Not like, I don't know. You're having legitimate fun. Let's not even put a bad example with that. Something where people are actually enjoying themselves, not just acting like they are, you know. Prosperity, the Goddess, meeting angels, the King of Swords. I feel like one of the reasons people are enjoying this, though, and participating so much is because they either see the payoff coming back in a way that they want, in the sense of like, this is a great thing to do because we're all going to enjoy it after it's done, and we're enjoying doing this together, or it's kind of like they help you out, later you're going to help them out, and that's kind of how this is going to one hand washes the other type situation. So I'm getting a lot of support here. Meeting angels is like you're getting that support. People are helping you. See, this is starting off really great. I love how this is starting. The wheel turns, and then the Seven of Swords comes in. Once this part of the situation is done, it's almost like this is a very short period of time. It could be one day. It could be like a week. It's not much more than a week if it lasted that long for this situation. When that moves on, though, I feel like it's kind of like nothing. Like things just like, I don't know if there was like something else was supposed to happen after, but there's like this pause in the situation. Like this good time happens, more was supposed to come after, but the more is on pause. The thing is, when it's on pause, some people mistake that and they don't think it went on pause. They think it just ended, like it's just not going to happen. That's not the case, especially with Taurus. Like if you have it in your mind that you need to help somebody else out as a repayment for something, you don't forget that. You will make sure it happens. So if they're questioning that, it kind of makes me wonder why, because maybe they don't know you that well, or maybe they're just dealing with insecurities. But for some reason, they seem to think that the situation just kind of fizzled and went away. You got what you wanted out of the situation, and that was it. That's not how this is going to work. That's not normal for Taurus to do that, in my opinion. If you give in, and if somebody helps you, and you're like, okay, you'll help me, I'll help you later, you're fully invested in helping later. Like, that's Taurus. Taurus, like, okay, you do for me, I will definitely do for you. That's fair. Taurus is very, very good at paying their debts. I seem to think they are. I think Taurus is extremely good at paying their debts. But, you know, you can tell me at the bottom or in the comments what you think. I think that's one of the things about Taurus. Like, when they have something in their mind, like that's something I owe somebody, you don't forget it, and you make sure it goes back the way it's supposed to. Let me know at the bottom if they're in the, you know, the comments below how you feel about that. Because that's how I interpret Taurus. Now, the Moon card is here on your side, though. So when this moment happens, you get what you need from them. You have not forgotten, but there doesn't seem to be an opportunity to repay it back at this time. Whatever that they did for you, you said, yeah, I'll help you when you need it. It's just not seeming to take form. Another thing about Taurus is they plan their time very well. So if this other side is trying to just get you to just jump to their needs whenever they want, that's not so easy either. If they work with you and let you plan, like, okay, you want to do that, like you want some help in your house, you need some help refinishing a room or painting or rebuilding something, whatever it is, you're like, I can definitely do that. I would be able to do this. Maybe like it's like not the next couple weeks you won't be able to, but after that you're like, oh, I got all this time on this full day, or I can do this day. You're giving them options to when you could help them. But the hop to it situation isn't going to happen like that. Like, you definitely, like, you're a planner. Like, they're not just they can't just go, hey, you know, I'm home and I'm doing this. Can you come over right now and help me right now? That's not really how Taurus works, in my opinion. So that might be one of the reasons that maybe they're getting a little weird. Kind of like, I helped you, you're supposed to help me. Yeah, and I will, but, you know, I'm not just going to jump to it. I have other things going on. Like, it's kind of like you have 3 kids running back and forth. You're making dinner and you have plans to go somewhere in like half an hour. And they want you to drop everything and go help them right then. You're like, I can't really do that. I'm in the middle of a lot of things right now. I can't just drop everything and be like, sorry, kids, raise yourselves. Gotta go. Hope the things don't burn. And wherever you're supposed to go, figure out a way. I know that you're only 8 and 10, but you'll figure it out. Bye. Like, that's not going to happen. There's a little bit of disgruntled energy here with the Four of Cups. I feel like that might be the thing. They want your help, but they want you to do it on their terms. You'll help, but you're not going to just drop everything in 2-second notice. That's just unrealistic. That might be also the thing, like, it might go a couple weeks before you can plan to help them legitimately, because you have responsibilities. You can't just be like, oh, well, I was supposed to take my grandmother to the doctor that day. Sorry, Grandma. Hope it works out for you. Gotta go. Like, you're not going to do that. I made this commitment to her to take her there. I need to do that. That's why, like, you're not pushing it off because you don't want to do it. You're just kind of like, I have responsibilities. I make commitments. I stick to my commitments. That's Taurus. I will help you, but you got to work with me to schedule this. I'm not just going to hop to in 5 seconds. Now, this might be the problem altogether because they keep asking for your help. They're like, I need you, I need you, I need you. I need you to help me. I'm trying to get this done. I need this done by then. I feel like it's the way they're asking you, and they're not working with your scheduling. Asking for help, the Two of Wands, the High Priestess, they're like, I need your help, I need your help. Okay. This is going to work out. Okay, so you start seeing this and you're just kind of like, all right, wait a minute, let me see. So you're looking forward and you're trying to fit in places where you could help this person. And I feel like if you're not doing this, this is probably the better way to do this. Probably take it with a grain of salt, of course, general readings and all that good stuff. Um, Plan out the time that you can best help them and block it in there as if you're helping them, even if they don't want it or they don't accept that time. They're like, I can't do it then. Block it out anyway, is what I'm getting. If you got like 2 or 3 spots where you could help them in these 2 or 3 different times, and they're like, oh, none of those times will work, block those times out for that anyway and save those things to the side. If I was going to come at this and I'm feeling like the Taurus energy, this is how I would block it out. Say, for example, Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., I have an open block. I could help them then. They say they can't do that then. Or they don't. They say they can't, maybe they don't want to, whatever. They say no to that. Block it out anyway. And the way I would put it is like, I'm either going to be helping them or I'm going to be doing something for my own. Like, I'll either help them or I'll do a project at home, like clean out the garage or something that I've been putting off. And like do that for all 3 time slots, or if you have a couple different time slots, like I would at least 2. I would put like 3 out there where you schedule it. Like these are the times I could help them. If they say no to all 3, even if they say yes to 1, all 3 of them I would block out, potentially helping them. If I can't help them, I'm gonna clean out the garage. I'm gonna clean out this. I'm gonna do this other project that I'm putting off. I'm gonna research something here or there, something to where if they do at the last minute take you up on that offer, your plans can go to the side and you can go forward with that because you've already planned for that. You've already made things, for example, if you have kids and you're like, well, I'll send the kids here the night before and they won't come back till 5 p.m. the next night. That way that time is open. If I can, I'll help them. If they don't want my help, I have things I can do for myself and I can make good on that time. That will work out here. Because things like you're realizing, like they say no now, then they'll say yes later, and they'll be like, "You said you could help me then. You told me no, so I scheduled something else there." Because I feel like that's what's going to happen. If you plan ahead and do that type of thing, you block it for them, but you have an alternate plan. If that doesn't happen, that's okay. I'll do something for myself that I need to get done anyway. You'll be fine. Because that's the whole thing is the scheduling. I feel like the whole problem is the scheduling. The meditation with the 8 of Wands is like things are coming in fast, but you got to think of a way to like be ready to catch that ball on the fly the best you can. That's okay. We're good. One way or another, this debt will be paid. I'm getting the Lover's card as like debt paid. Both sides happy. You're happy that you were able to finally help them. They're happy that they got the help that they finally needed. I also feel like you're not going to let them forget. Like, listen, I said I would help you. I did mean that. This drop things in a 5-second notice. I don't know why you'd think that would work for me. That will never work for me. Like, I almost feel like you have to, during this situation, you're reminding them, like, listen, I always pay back my debts. I always will. But I'm not just like, I'm not the 2-second, like, you can't, I'm not fast food. I'm not fast food. You just can't decide on a whim. You want me, go get me. No. I am a macaroon. It takes 3 days to make it. But when you got it, it's well worth it. I think macaroons take 3 days to make, like the traditional ones I know about. Doesn't matter. Moving on. Because you're going to pay this back. It's going to take you some effort to do it, but the success is going to come here. The 7 of Wands is success with some effort, some extra effort usually. Not bad. Opportunity comes forward for them. The 3 of Swords is on their side with this opportunity. Kind of like you're reminding them, listen, don't start with me. Don't give me this attitude again. Like, if you want to keep getting my help in the future, don't pull these little games with me. You know how I work. You know I have to schedule in advance. You know I have a lot of responsibilities. I don't have the type of life where I'm just sitting at home after work, twiddling my thumbs, just, going blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. When I get home from work, I got a lot of stuff to do. My whole day is packed. I got a lot going on. So that's the 3 of Swords for them, because I feel like you're going to remind them, like, listen, I'm willing to help you. Work with the rules. Work with the rules. That's what I'm feeling from that. They might be a little disjointed, but they get the point. And I feel like you're reminding them, like, if we're going to keep doing things like this together, like this, you really need to get on point with this because I'm not putting up with it. You're just telling them that. It's not aggressive, like, it's not like that. It's just like matter of fact, like, this is just how I work. That's how it's done. I got a busy life. I have a lot of responsibilities. Don't think I'm just going to drop things at the 5-minute notice. No, it's not going to happen. That's not my life. Whew. All right. At some point, I do feel like there's some type of, after the fact, there's somehow, they have to come back towards you. I feel like they are. And I feel like they're showing the appreciation, and they're realizing, because they got a little bit out of control is what I'm getting. The beauty with the automatic writing, I'm feeling automatic writing is there's some type of message or some type of indication. It may not be a flat out apology. It could be, might not be, but something where they're showing you the appreciation for what you did for them. They're doing a little bit extra for you, kind of trying to make up for the little snafu that they created, because they're like, yeah, no, I know that's how the Taurus works, and I know I shouldn't be expecting that. That's how they work, and they may know a lot of people who work that same way, that just like at the drop of a hat, they can change directions. That's not how your success is built. That's not how it works for you. So they're understanding that. They're also seeing the type of outcome they get from the way you do things. It's kind of like, you're like that old-fashioned hand mixer, or old-fashioned appliances. When my grandmother had like a hand mixer or a TV or a refrigerator, those things lasted for decades. I swear to you, they lasted for decades. Now you buy that stuff. Hope you make it 3 months. I swear to God. I'm just, not that I'm bitter. All right, maybe 3 years. Let's give it 3 years. But like a couple decades versus like 3 years, you know what I'm saying? So like, but you're that old-fashioned version. Like when you build something, you build it to last. When you do something, it has longevity with it. And they're seeing that. Like you're just not like, let's just get it done and move on. Let's just get it done and move on. That's not you. You're like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it in a way that it lasts. I'm building it to last. And they're seeing that value in you. You do things to last. They're going to come forward and show you some type of appreciation. This is the great thing with the Queen of Swords, because I see her as a very fluid energy. They're coming back towards you in their own way, but getting right to the point where showing how much they appreciate you. This is a very positive card, especially when it's coming in with the 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. It's showing that appreciation, like you're feeling appreciated. They're also getting that recognition from you, saying that's acceptable. Thank you for showing your appreciation. Like they're showing the appreciation, and you're accepting it, and they're realizing that you're both on good terms. You're both cool. They're showing that, you know, they shouldn't have done it that way, and they're apologetic for it in their own way, on their own terms, and you're understanding that that's why this is coming to you, and you're accepting of that. This situation with this person will keep going forward. I do feel like it'll go better after this. Life journey is telling me things go better after this. Kind of like lesson learned. Both you and them. Because they should be like, they'll help you, and then you're going to help them. They should be realizing it's going to take more time for you to plan things. But I feel like they might not. I feel like there might be a little kind of snafu going on there. So the way it doubles back on you is like the way you solved it this time, just keep that in the back of your head, that might be what you have to do again. Block out time. It'll pay off for you the same way. I feel like you'll be fine. But just keep that in the back of your head, just in case, like, oh, okay, so you can't do it the same day, but can you do it like in the next 3 or 4 days or this week sometime? And you're like, well, I got a lot going on for the whole month, actually. It's almost like, you know, during July, somebody wants you to come and help them build something, and you're like, I have plans all over the place, taking people here, taking people there, doing this, doing that. I'm constantly all over the place in the summer. Like, I don't really have time to even scratch my nose, let alone anything else. So it's kind of like, just keep it in the back of your head. They might feel like they're giving you extra time to plan, but they're not giving you enough time for you to really kind of work in the amount of time you need to apply to the situation. So if you keep that in your head, in the back of your head, kind of like, okay, they're helping me again, and they're going to want my help back. Maybe I should already start blocking time out and offering, like, I got this time on Saturday. Do you want it? Do you need my help? Do you have anything going on? Stuff like that. You might have to do that. Just keep that in the back of your head, because I feel like they think they're doing better. I guess technically they are, but it's not enough. Like, it still could be like, well, I didn't ask you to do it the same day, but can you do it this week? And you're like, well, I'd like to, but a lot of responsibilities going on in your life here, so you got to juggle a little bit. Are we good? All right, I think this is good. It's really good. I think the way this is turning out, I feel like this is all about how to handle this in a way that would help you keep your own sanity. I really like seeing it come forward, blocking out that time. If it goes to them, great. If it doesn't, something you would do on your own to make your life better. That way you can go back and forth. Like if it goes to them, great. If it's the last minute, I can still give them that time. If they don't take advantage of that, I can still do something for myself and be just as happy. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.